Hi there, I'm Jacob from Repco, and this is the intro walkthrough to Repco. So I'm going to walk you through the dashboard and what each of the sections are, and then there's individual videos that go into more detail on each of the specific areas that you can go into. But basically, the main screen here, if you click on the logo, the main place you're going to be, it's the businesses section. It lists all of the businesses and the locations under those businesses that are within your account. So you can add new businesses by clicking the new business button. It creates a business, and then once you have a business, you can click into the business, and this is kind of the main dashboard for that business that both you and your customers will see. So the dashboard just has some general stats and information on it. Locations tab is where you're going to add locations to the business. So if you only have one location, add it. If you have multiple locations, add them all. The campaigns tab is where you can create review or feedback request campaigns. So in the campaigns, the submenus, there's the general settings, feedback gathering page. So general settings is where you set stuff like when you want to send messages and how many per day and your time zone. Feedback gathering, there's another video on, but basically how you want to configure this page that we're sending people to request feedback. Then there's the main version, a positive and negative version explained in the other video. Then message templates. So this is when we're sending requests, where we can choose to send text messages or emails, and how we configure those messages, what the wait time is between the messages that we're configuring, as well as an after they leave feedback. If we want to send a follow-up message, we can do that here. And then, let me grab a live campaign here. Then there's the sending queue where you can view, people that you've already entered into the queue, active and completed, and export if you need to. The contacts tab is where we're going to add people to the campaign. So you can do that in a variety of different ways. You can upload a CSV with contacts. You can connect via Zapier so that it can, based on a trigger like an invoice getting paid in accounting software, it's going to automatically send a request, or card getting moved in your Trello or whatever we need. You can enter them individually, manually here, or you can add people through the public unauthenticated form. So you could save this as a bookmark, and you can send requests without necessarily being logged in. Or you could print it out on a QR code or embed it on your website. So all of the adding contacts is under contacts here, and then you can edit your settings that we talked about at the beginning there. There's a few statistics here. The feedback section is where you view all of the completed feedback. This is the internal feedback that they left for you on this feedback page here, not the live reviews that are on the review platforms. But if you built out any questions on here, those are going to show up in the feedback section. And then the reviews is where the live reviews get pulled in. So any platforms that you've added when you added your location, any of these platforms that you added, those reviews will get pulled in, and you'll be able to see them in this reviews tab. The review widget is a way to promote your reviews on your website. So you can go in here and configure how you want this widget to display. There's another video on this as well, but this is where you can kind of choose how you want to display feedback on your website. Reports is where you can configure reports. So you can get automated reports that go out on a regular basis, like every month maybe, and you can choose what locations you want in the reports and what sections you'd like displayed in the reports. You can also rearrange these or turn them on and off, and what the email is that goes out with the reports to your clients. And then the branding section is where you can edit any changes to the business, such as the name, the sending name for emails being sent out, the reply to address, whether you want the user to have to pay. If you check off that payment methods required, then the next time the user logs in, they're going to have to pay for the plan before they can continue using it. what brand, if you have more than one brand, what brand that customer is associated with. Here's an option to use the brand domain, which isn't configured for that brand. Let's say this one. We could use the brand domain as the short link so that it's branded for when we're requesting reviews. Country of origin, country of the business. And then this is also where you can apply for a verified phone number. We verify with the campaign registry, which is the major telecom providers in the US that require businesses to be registered to send SMS. So you can do that. It's all integrated in here. So you basically fill out the business information and start verification. And within a couple of days, this will be verified, and then you can pick up a dedicated phone number to send text messages from. Same down here, you can, if you don't want to send from one of the generic emails that we send by default, you can add your own email in here and configure the mail records for like SPF and sending records for your domain. Once this is verified, it'll be sending from your domain instead of from a generic email. So all that's in here in the branding section. That's everything under business. And then outside of business, if we click this drop down here, go to my profile, we've got our profile here. You can reset your password. Brands is where you configure your reseller brand. So many of you only have one brand. It might be your agency. If you want to create multiple brands, it doesn't cost any extra. You can have a brand specifically for a specific industry. When you add the brand, you basically just put in your brand information and upload a logo here. Websites are the websites associated with those brands, and you can see whether they're live or not based on whether you've put in the proper CNAME records here. Reselling Center is where you can create a billing plan. So if you'd like to bill your customers directly through the platform, then in your billing plan, you can select your currency and how much you'd like to charge for monthly and yearly subscriptions and for different upgrades. And you'll have to put in your Stripe API key there, and that'll get that configured. And then the billing section is where you can see all of the locations that you're paying for, any extra SMS packs or email packs, or phone numbers that have been purchased, and then it lists by business, who's using how much. So this one has some extra email packs set up here. They have 4 email packs, 9 SMS packs because they have 1,000 SMS messages. This one has 2 locations but no extra packs. So you can see all that under billing. Team is where you can add users, so you can add your agency users or your business users. Again, there's another video for all of these things, just doing a quick walkthrough here. Integrations is where you can connect, find your Zapier API key or connect to your Facebook account. There might be more native integrations here in the future. And then notifications is where you can configure when and how you want to be notified about different events. So that's kind of your basic walkthrough of Rep.co or Repco. And then we have a lot more specific videos about each of these topics. If you need any additional help, you'll find those in the Help Center at support.rep.co.